Hey everybody, this is Josh with Snapdragons. Most people don't actually know me. Um, I actually own an LGS, so I kind of have a different viewpoint on a lot of products than some other people. I've also been in the TCG industry my entire life, so I've literally grown up with card games my entire life, from being one of the original Pokemon kids all the way up, um, moving to Yu-Gi-Oh to Magic, um, now to Flesh and Blood, and other games. I played so many different card games throughout my life, and I think I just kind of have a different view on some of these things, and I do think that they need to be touched on. I think that this set um, is a very good beginner product. I think that this is a wonderful starting point for someone getting into the game. I think that it is probably a lot of fun to play things like Smash Palace and Crack Shuffle Play. Um, but I feel that there's a few issues with the product overall, and I can't get over it. I did a box opening video um, that's already uploaded. Um, you can kind of probably sense my thoughts on the product while watching that. I was trying to kind of stay positive, but it's a little hard. So the first issue that I have with this product, and this is less of a player and more kind of as like a retailer aspect, is kind of the lack of information of what the set really was. Um, there wasn't good communication. Is this going to be like a pretty heavily like reprinted set? Like, are we going to see a lot of like majestics and supers that are, some of them are creeping up in price? Are we going to start getting like a reprint of those so that newer players just have better access to them, even if they've already been reprinted in history pack? Um, what is this going to be, a very short print, just casual product? Is it only going to be essentially like a limited product, not really anything to chase? We really weren't too sure. Then this product was delayed. Um, they came out with a Japanese version that was like not even the set. So there's a lot of confusion of what this product actually was. And so it wasn't up until a few weeks ago that we actually started getting information on the set. Um, and it looked very interesting. They started spoiling uh, Majestics, and they were like, oh, this is gonna be cool. We got some cards early, which was pretty cool. They haven't done that very often, but it's kind of cool to get some of the cards in the set, or at least like the box top or the buy box promo. We got a little early. I thought that was pretty cool, but we still didn't really have an idea of what the set is. And I think that, in my opinion, that yes, this is a good product for beginners. Um, we It could have been just that. I don't think the Majestics needed to be in the set, or maybe even limit the Majestics and just really make this a Smash Palace product. I don't believe that this had to be a booster box product, um, because now people, if you want to play Guardian, you're going to be scrambling to get this product. Um, there are a couple competitive events coming up. It's going to be hard for people to get it, to open it. Um, and that kind of just like leads into a couple other issues with the product overall. But like, as a retailer, as a player, I would have liked to kind of understand what this product was a little before, because to be honest, there's only a couple cards that you're gonna even look at playing. There are a lot of new cards that are specifically designed for Smash Palace and Smash Palace only. Some of them could be good in the mirror match, but there's so many cards that specifically reference a Guardian on them that it's not playable in most situations. And so it seems weird to put this in a box product for people to purchase. My next issue is going on with that. This is a box product. There's a cost. Retailers have to buy this. Customers have to buy this. Nothing, it's not a deck where everything's guaranteed or anything like that. And so it's kind of weird having a mini box. So we went to the 12 pack. So it's 12 packs instead of 24. So essentially this is half of a box. Two boxes equals full box. Um, in my box opening, I opened up 4 boxes, which is equivalent to about 2 normal boxes. I feel like the experience opening it was very poor. Um, and I'm going to get into that a little bit. But first, for the price point, uh, it is on par for MSRP. It's actually slightly cheaper for MSRP compared to other packs, but it's like $10. So it's like $10 for 2 packs. So it's like $5 cheaper than normal MSRP. And I don't get the price point. Um, if we are trying to have a product that is for new players, there's no reason why this has to be normal price. We can just make the packs cheaper. Um, for U.S. and Canadian stores, we have a UPP policy, um, and we can't break that. Other countries, other regions are able to, and I think that we've already kind of seen that, and so you can get the product much cheaper in other regions than in the U.S. I don't know if they are also getting it cheaper, um, but for retailers, this product is actually about 30% more than a regular booster pack, converting from the 24 down to 12. It's about 30% more, and it makes it hard. Like if you're not a new player, why would I tell you to buy this pack when there's other packs? You're like, oh, like I feel all the commons are playable, or most of them are playable. Not every card is going to be playable, but a good portion are going to be playable. And I think that kind of leads to other issues, like what is a booster box? Like why do we have the decision to actually make the booster box? And for me, as I explained earlier, I've been in this industry for a long time. I've enjoyed the hobby for a very long time, and I'm someone who I did not grow up wealthy. I wouldn't say I grew up poor, but I was not someone who I was able to buy booster boxes. And for a lot of people, and people still today, a booster box is a treat that, I think we take that for granted a lot, that there's a lot of people who don't make a bunch of money, and when they spend money, it's important to them. And I think that matters. And I think that, it's something that retailers and I think other players need to realize is not everyone can afford to buy a fully, you know, a blinged out deck. They can't even buy a regular deck. Command and Conquers are expensive. They've even been reprinted. It's like it's hard for some people to afford to play at the highest level. And a booster box for a lot of people, it's a treat. They could just spend that money and just buy singles, but there's fun in cracking packs. It's really good for the ecosystem to have fun, open the packs. It's an experience. Part of it is you are buying an experience. You're buying entertainment of opening the packs, and for a lot of people, uh, it is a treat that they didn't get very often. For me, like as a kid, I still didn't get booster boxes, but I mean, even just getting packs was it's a birthday, it's a holiday thing, and so you'd always watch people open a full booster box, and you're like, oh, someday I wish to do that. I remember for my first job being able to buy my first box of Lorwyn, uh, and that was a wonderful moment. And Mastery Pack Guardian, I don't want that to be anyone's first box. That's how disappointing it was. And again, I'm not talking about value. We're not talking about value today. I don't care. I don't care. It's about the fun in opening the packs. And the reason why I'm sad for anyone who buys a box as like their first experience, I feel that a lot of the fun was stripped from this product for reasons I could not even guess. So, if you watch my video or watch anyone else open any of the product or have opened it up yourself, maybe you're at Gen Con or something, uh, you get about 3 to 4 Majestics in a box, which is on rate, but I already think that fab hit rates are really bad. I'll probably talk about that a little more later, but imagine you buy a box and you get 3 hits in your entire booster box. And I understand it's a smaller box, but the emotion and joy of the product of being a sealed booster box is something that needs to be valued, which is why I think that you have to increase the rates. You have to do something special. You get 3 Majestics. Let's say you got lucky. I opened one that had like 5 or 6 Majestics, which was weird because the others didn't even come close. Each pack you open, instead of 2 rares per pack, you get 1. Why they removed it, I'm assuming for limited play. But we're not playing limited. We're not just playing this, which it is suggested to play with this product, which I understand. But it's still a booster box. It's still a box product that they are encouraging you to still buy for singles, which is why they put Majestics. This is why they have generics in the product. The generics are not in there for the play experience. They're in there so that you will buy the box, that you will buy it, you will chase the cards. But they're hard to get. You also don't get a foil per pack. I think this is the first set that there isn't a foil per pack. Except for reprint sets, obviously. But maybe that's the decision. They didn't want to reprint some of the foils, but they did with new art. There's no cold foils. I didn't know that. I was thinking about it today, actually. Where are the cold foils? They're in Marvels. All the hits are Marvels or extended arts. 4 boxes, none. That may not be everyone's experience. Maybe I got a little unlucky. But again, not everyone's a card store owner that can afford 4 boxes. They're cheaper boxes. Not everyone can do that. But you buy one, no extended arts, no legendaries, 3 Majestics. It's not fun. Half the cards are reprinted. Like, I know most of the time commons don't really matter, but if we're doing a smaller product, we're getting reprints that people want, which is great. It's cool. But then don't strip the other stuff away. As a Guardian player, I have my attacks, which I guess I'm not the target audience for this. That's fine. But at least let me get foil rares. They're hard to get in this set. Those are the chases. Like you want a playset of foil rares, they're going to be impossible to get because you don't get one every pack. You'll get a couple per box, and like most people aren't going to sit there cracking boxes for foil rares. I want a cold foil. I want something fun. Give me something fun. I want to have a good experience. I didn't have a good experience. And I think that that is something that needs to be talked about, is that a box product is supposed to be fun. Opening packs needs to be fun. If this is a set specifically designed for you just to play with it, just make it Smash Palace. It would sell just fine. You don't need to make it a, you know, a random chance. You could just sell cards individually. You can just have a mastery pack upgrade. That's all you have to do. You just have cool. You buy this set, it has one of each of the Majestic that we're putting in. Wonderful. Lots of people are going to buy it. You could also make it $55 for one of each of the Majestic. I don't care. But it's not. But you put it in the packs and it's not fun. It's not fun to just chase Majestics. Yes, you have Marvels and you have legendaries that you can get, but if you don't increase the rate, you're diminishing what the product is, and it's still a booster box that has meaning to a lot of people. And I might be the only one, you know, I could be the only one that feels this way, but I'm pretty sure I'm not. And it's like something has to change. And I understand this, all of these issues may have already been addressed internally that they already know, but if you're going to do this, at least make the cards good quality. If you're going to push it back, I don't know when it's printed, I don't know why it was pushed back, at least make it good quality. And here's my Majestics. I don't know if the camera's going to hit that very well. Yeah, see that? It's, out of the pack, they're curled. And you know, it's not as bad as other sets have been. But like when I open the pack and I know I have a foil because it's curled in there, you know, like can we fix these things? Can we like make fab packs fun again? Like I think one of the most fun sets was Uprising because I felt that like either every box you got a legendary or a Marvel. I don't care if the Marvel's $10, $15. I want something to chase. I want to have fun when I open the packs. I want to feel like I'm getting something and it's not just value. Like there's some people who only look for value, but there's also people who just want to have the fun experience and get something cool. That's what a lot of people want. It's kind of the in between of the competitive player and kind of the casual. It's just getting something fun. Just I want to gamble on some packs every once in a while. Give me something cool. If I buy a box, I want substance. I want something there. I need something there, you know. But how can I sell this box to, you know, a customer who I know can only afford a box every 3 months? And I go, hey, here's this product. I know you're not going to get a cold foil. I know you're probably not getting a legendary. I know you're probably not getting a Marvel. Have fun opening the same cards over and over and over and over again. Not guaranteed a foil. You're not increasing your you know, you're not going to be able to foil out your Guardian deck. You like, what are we doing? What are we doing? And I'm just going to go into like the next thing of just the pull rates for Fab product is just awful. And it's something that I don't think I've seen many people talk about. It is so insanely bloated with Majestics that you can't open anything. I when I opened Hunted for myself, I bought 2 cases. I wanted to play Fang. Say I am a new player that I have money. I bought 8 booster boxes and I still did not have the Majestics I needed. I had some, I opened 0 Majestics. If we're talking purely MSRP, each box is $120. This is $1,000 worth of MSRP product, and I can't open the $5 Majestic? What are we doing? There's too many middle level hits. You can't build the decks. And you can have it all. It doesn't have to be this way. There's other games that guarantee rates. I'm not going to name any names. People probably know some of these games that you can open up a box and you can say, I'm getting in this $100 box, I am getting like 6 converted to Majestics. I'm getting 2 alt arts. Be like, I'm getting 2 Marvels per box. And guess what? These games are doing great. It's wonderful. So what is stopping you from buying a box from Flesh and Blood, getting like 6, 7, 8 Majestics per box, and let's say one in every three, and then you get a Marvel and a Legendary per box. Yeah, some cards won't be as expensive. Who's arguing for that nowadays? No one. I want more people to play the game. I do want cards to hold value, but the cards that are holding value aren't just holding value because they're hard to get. It's because they're playable and people want three of them. Shelter from the Storm, like, even if we doubled the print run, it's still going to be a $30, $40 card. But we don't have an $80 Majestic that everyone needs because it's generic and it's really good into the cards you printed in that set. So everyone needs it, and you can't buy the product. You can't chase it in the packs. I can't. This I think is the most fundamental issue with this is I can't convince someone to buy a box to open a Shelter from the Storm that they are looking for because the pull rates are so bad because there's so many Majestics. And it's the same thing. Mastery pack. You're looking for that generic for gravy to really cheese us Guardians. I got lucky. I got two. I got two in four boxes. I think it was super above rate. I don't know how many boxes most people are gonna have to open to get three of them, or even one. It's like you're not gonna get a cold foil. You might get a Marvel. You might get a Legendary somewhere, but like you can't open the product to try and get mid-level hits. It doesn't exist. It's not worth it. The first box is gonna be your best box. Second box is gonna be good. After the third box, what's the point? Why are you buying boxes? Unless it's from the same case and you haven't hit. What's the point? You have all the rares. That's great. They're just you can't expect to hit the Majestics you're looking for. And then they do the expansion slot, so there's more Majestics for you to get. They don't increase the pull rates. That's where we're at. You can't buy the product. Even if you did, you're not going to get what you want. And then they take the cold foils from you. They take the rares from you. What do we have left? And this is not coming from a place of malice. I love this game. Uh, I want this game to succeed, but I think they really dropped the ball with this set. I think that this set could have been produced in a better way to achieve their goals of getting people into this game, especially on the casual level, without relying on competitive players to buy this. Because that's where I feel that we got tricked. We got tricked into buying this set to supplement the casual outlet. And I will do that if it's up front. I just don't want to be tricked into doing it. Like uh, I want to have fun. That's all I ask for. I, it's not a lot to ask for. I'm honestly I'm not asking for value. I just want to have fun. And I could be wrong. I hope you guys get this product and you have fun. You have better polls than me. You don't agree. The best thing is that you don't agree with me and I'm wrong and I just had an abnormal experience. That would be the best case scenario, but I don't think it is. I think that the product just isn't for me to open. May not be for you, but I hope you have fun. I hope you do enjoy playing with these cards. I hope you're able to get them if you're trying to play with them this weekend, next weekend. Have fun scrambling to buy these and then just have a miserable experience. Product wasn't for me. I didn't have fun. and I'm a Guardian player. I love Guardian. I'm just very disappointed. Um, I'm trying not to be negative, but you know, it is what it is. Please, let me know if you have a different experience, because we're here to have fun. We're here to crack some packs, play competitive games, and I think that we can have everything that we want. We can encourage more casual play. This product did it wrong, and I hope LSS learns from it and does better next time. Thank you for watching my rant about this product. Um, I hope you guys follow for more content. Hopefully, I never have to make another disappointing video like this again. But it is what it is. Every game company is gonna kind of miss the mark. But I don't want people going into this weekend being blindsided. It sucks. It really sucks. But happy opening. I hope you all have fun. Anyone uh, traveling for an event this weekend, stay safe, do well, have a good night.